Welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be talking about more futures bets. This time it's going to be NFL honors, kind of what my take is on all the major awards this year, all the way from MVP to comeback player of the year, coach of the year, all of it. We're going to cover all of them, what my predictions are, of course, who could win it, where the odds are right now. Now I'm getting all these odds off of FanDuel Sportsbook. That's who I've been using for all these videos. That's who I'll probably always be using for all of these videos. But starting with the MVP, the leaders in odds for MVP at plus 700 are Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes. Justin Herbert is behind them at plus 900. Jalen Hurts is next at plus 1200. And then you have Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott, and Tua Tagovailoa at plus 1600. Lamar is at plus 1500. The other four plus 1600. We're going to stop going down the list there. I think those are really the only, like, the people that are going to win it are probably in that group right there. And of course, you could pick, the plus 700s, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. That'd be easy. But I think it's going to be Lamar Jackson at plus 1500, winning the MVP in 2023. If I was able to place bets in Florida, that's where I would be placing my bet, is putting my money on Lamar Jackson win MVP. Everything he does as a rusher, and having OBJ, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, like, he has a collection of talent around him that we haven't seen him have before. And I think he's going to be remarkable this season. I think he'll win the MVP. The offensive player of the year odds have Jamar Chase at plus 1200, Justin Jefferson plus 1400. Christian McCaffrey plus 1600. And then after that, the odds start going up, but then you get the guys like Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, Nick Chubb, Jonathan Taylor. There's so many guys down this list. Like, I'm not going to sit here and go through all of them. There's so many great players in the league that realistically could win this award. But the one that I think is going to win this award is a guy that got a new quarterback this offseason. That's going to be Garrett Wilson, whose odds are currently sitting at plus 2,500. I think he is going to come out and turn into a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL this year with Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. I think what we saw in his rookie season was really impressive, especially with the quarterback situation that he was facing. I think having a stable situation and a better team around him, Garrett Wilson is going to explode this year and be Offensive Player of the Year. The Defensive Player of the Year odds have Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett both at plus 700 as a favorite. TJ Watt right behind him at plus 800. Then Nick Bosa at plus 1100. All right, you get Sauce Gardner at plus 1300. And then after him, you go Max Crosby, Aaron Donald, Brian Burns, Hassan Reddick. You start getting in to a bunch of edge rushers. Obviously, Patrick Surtain's going to be up here because he's incredible. But for the most part, this is an award for guys that can get after the quarterback most of the time. Obviously, Stephon Gilmore got the award a couple years ago. But for me, I'm going to go with a guy that, this is more of a, you could say it's a bit of a dart throw, and I would understand your thinking there, but I'm going with Chris Jones for the Kansas City Chiefs. Interior defensive linemen don't win this award very often, but I think the ability he has, like, as good as he is in the run, he's one of the best, if not the best, at his position in the run game in the NFL. But his ability to continuously get better at getting to the passer, and he was able to have a huge impact in that regard last year. And I think he's going to take a step forward in that regard coming into this season. I think he's going to cement himself as basically like the new Aaron Donald. I know that sounds crazy, but like, he is going to be what we're used to seeing from Aaron Donald, and I think he wins Defensive Player of the Year. So at plus 3,000, my money would be on Chris Jones. Now going on to Coach of the Year, Dan Campbell is the favorite right now at plus 1,000. Sean Payton behind him plus 1,200. Matt Eberflus is also plus 1,200. Then you have D'Amico Ryans, Arthur Smith, Robert Salah, Matt LaFleur. Those are the rest of the coaches that are under the plus 2,000 threshold. Then Pete Carroll, Brandon Staley, start getting into guys like that. So my choice this year, going to keep this one simple. I'm going with the favorite. I like Dan Campbell to win Coach of the Year. I think that team is going to be really good. And I think it's going to be one where the NFL and the media, the fans, everybody is probably going to be on board with Dan Campbell getting Coach of the Year this year. So go ahead. That's where I would place my money. I would blame anybody for putting their money there. Now let's talk about some rookies where we go to offensive rookie of the year. Bijan Robinson is the odds-on favorite to win offensive rookie of the year at plus 300. Bryce Young is at plus 450. CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson both sit at plus 900. Jameer Gibbs is behind both of them at plus 1100, and then Jackson Smith and Jigba at plus 1400. Somebody that could definitely get is Jordan Addison at plus 1600. I think anybody that places a bet on that, I would not blame you at all. But where I would put my money in this is actually going to be Jameer Gibbs at plus 1100. Everything that he brings to the table as a rusher, as a passer, his playmaking ability, and what that line's offense is going to be. I think this is a massive opportunity for a rookie to shine as a superstar immediately, and I think he'll do just that. And I think his total yards will probably be over 1250, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has double digit touchdowns in his rookie season. So go ahead, give me Jameer Gibbs to be the offensive rookie of the year in 2023. And the defensive rookie of the year conversation is one that could go anywhere, right? This is a difficult one to really lock down. Obviously, the favorites in this category are going to be Will Anderson, Jalen Carter, Tyree Wilson, Devin Witherspoon, Christian Gonzalez, guys like that. And I would feel very safe putting my money on any of those five guys, right? And then you start going down under that, and I could see where it starts to get a little iffy, and you start to wonder what impact is this guy going to really have. But as I was looking through some of these guys and I was looking at the different rookies and what their situation is, I think situations matter for this kind of thing, especially as a rookie. And I think if you go all the way down to plus 4,500 odds, Cam Smith, the cornerback for the Miami Dolphins, I think he has an excellent chance to be the defensive rookie of the year. Because if you think about it, he has Xavier Howard on the other side. Quarterbacks aren't going to want to throw at Xavier Howard. Not only do you not want to throw at Xavier Howard, but there's a rookie on the other side. People are going to throw at the rookie. And if he can translate what he was doing in college to the NFL and he can be what the tape says he could be. Like Cam Smith could be an incredible NFL player. He has the size to be, he has the physical makeup to be, the physical traits that he brings to the table with his speed and his athleticism. Cam Smith could be really good. He could have a lot of balls thrown his way, which could be pass deflected. It could be interceptions. He could make a lot of plays on the ball this year, and I think he'll do just that and end up as the defensive rookie of the year. So again, at plus 4,500, that would be again a dart throw with those kind of odds. Obviously, obviously the safe bets are Will Anderson, Jalen Carter, Tyree Wilson, but I really think the opportunity is going to come for Cam Smith, and I think he makes the most of it on that Dolphins team. And the last award, last but not least, this one is pretty self-explanatory. As long as he's able, to play a couple games. I don't even think he has to finish the season. He just has to make it back, maybe only into one game. Is going to be Damar Hamlin winning comeback player of the year. That it's currently minus 300 to win that award for him. Lamar Jackson is next at plus 2,000. But again, as long as Damar Hamlin touches a football field again, I think he wins this award no matter what. So I would love to know what your thoughts are on my predictions for this. And I would love to know who you think are going to win these awards. You let me know down in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe and keep coming back for more off-season content. And I'll see you for the next video.